happening, man? It's your boy, man, E. Dale, man, aka Mr. Facts, man, right here with the one and only J Lock, man, Alpha Care, man. So look, Jay, man, I'm here to highlight you today, man. I'm here to talk about some of your accomplishments, man, and some of your moves in the street, man. So look, tell the people about some of your products, man.
So we started out with one beer sim.
Right.
We call it the original. It's a little red bottle. We used to I used to carry it around in this little blue bag, this little travel bag.
Right.
And I just did the streets. You know,
Right.
same way I did music, same way I did other stuff back when I was doing other stuff.
Right.
And same concept, same philosophy.
Right. So look, let me ask you, how did you come up with a men's healthcare line? Like, what prompted you? What motivated you to do that? Like to come out with a men's healthcare line?
We was looking. My background is music. I have a music background, and we was looking for companies to brand endorse.
Right.
And that was around the time when COVID was hitting, so you know, nobody really was going to make a move because it was kind of hard to. We didn't know how long, what was going to happen. So what we decided to do was create our own. Every meeting we had, people would say, "Well, y'all should just go ahead and do your own thing."
Right.
And we did.
Man, so look, let me ask you this, and I know this. It's gonna sound like I don't want it to sound like but the video. I watched the video with you, the promo video, Alpha Men's Care.
Yes, sir.
Right. So there you talked about like legacy, like what it means. What Alpha Care is just. It's more than just a skincare line or a healthcare line or health product line for men. Watching the video, you were saying legacy, what you leave for your kids, and these things. So, look, what do you mean? Like, what is Alpha Men's Care legacy?
Alpha Men Care legacy is we want to be a fundamental part of the rebuilding of masculinity.
Masculinity, okay,
you know
all right.
We want to rebuild that foundation of men being men.
Right.
Teaching men the order.
Right.
Of being men. It's more than just, just your anatomy. Like that doesn't just make you a man. Like it's more to that.
Right. Having principles.
Morals.
Right.
Having that type of relationship where you are going to make sure that your family is good.
So you have kids, right?
I do.
So like, what is it like? Do they look at dad's famous, dad's like the great business owners? Are they trying to follow in your footsteps and do any of those things?
I think they all got the drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody, even a game of Uno feels like Shark Tank.
Yeah. So y'all going neck, even though so y'all very competitive.
Very competitive.
So look,
no one likes to lose to me because they say I brag too much.
Right. Well, look, they better try to step the game up.
And they will tag team. They will work together to make sure I don't win.
Right. So look, looking at Dad, they saying, "Dad, man, my dad." Like, how proud does it make you feel, not only just as a dad, but as a black dad, a business owner, like knowing that one day you get to leave this to your children? Like, how proud does that make you feel to work so hard and to try to accomplish this with all the barriers, with all the naysayers? Like, how does that make you feel?
Fulfilling.
Okay.
Fulfilling. There's always a sacrifice that you have with everything.
Right.
In boxing, you leave yourself vulnerable every time you take a punch.
Right. So
you stand a chance of getting hit while trying to hit.
Right.
And that's kind of a lot like life. The sacrifice of me building something for them means that I'm not able to spend as much time as I would like to with them.
Right.
My goal is to do it as soon as possible so I can get back, but still leave this with them, and it's still important to them, still teach them what they need, because they have the natural instinct. Like, my little one is a shark already.
So that's good, because then that means they understand, like, Dad's out, he's handling his business, he's doing his thing, you're the role model in the family, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's important that your kids are exposed to that type of behavior from Dad. Right, because it's important to get it from Dad, especially in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what Facts about. I like to highlight people like you. You know what I'm saying? People that came from the struggle. People that dug their way and clawed their way up to the top and said, look, you told me I couldn't do this. But guess where I am right now? Doing what you said I couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the important message here. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have young people looking up to you.
Yeah.
And so, how well does your community receive? Where are you from?
I'm from Greenville, North Carolina.
You're from Greenville, okay.
But I'm starting to feel like Raleigh is home.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
here so much. I'm here like, you know, a lot, and it's cool because it doesn't matter, young, old,
Right.
Street, gang members, professionals.
Right.
Everybody comes through and they show up.
Right.
A lot, and the respect, and I've learned a lot here about myself. I've learned a lot about my people.
Right.
I've learned a lot about business. I've learned a lot about, you know, just the environment in which I work in, and also where I come from.
Right.
And I take those. It slows everything down for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because one, you're perceived a certain way when you have a certain position.
Right.
My job is to make everyone feel the same.
Right. You got to conduct yourself in that in a manner where it's, you know what I mean, where it's respected. Not like when people looking at you like, look, he's just playing with this, he's just doing it.
Right.
This is a respectable business.
Absolutely.
This is, we're talking ownership. Like, look, we're talking legacy. We're not just talking anything. We're talking legacy, and a part of the legacy is how you behave, even in the public, in the public's eye, the people's perspective of you as a business owner, how your business dealings are. If you act in good faith doing business, so people look at these things.
If you take care of your people.
If you take care of your people, and that's the most important part. You have to take care of your people doing this, you know, when you're doing business to help people reach back, you know, and sometimes that can be difficult, reaching back, especially with family members and loved ones.
Sure.
So,
but when I speak of people, I'm not even speaking of my bloodline per se, but I'm speaking of the culture.
In general.
Yeah, I'm talking about us. You know.
So let me ask you this, since you said culture, with Alpha Man Carrot and J-Lock, what do you want our culture to see or to say when they hear about Alpha Man Carrot or J-Lock?
I want people to be empowered. I want people to be empowered. I want people to be inspired. I want people to be motivated. I want people to be driven to live their purpose.
Man, that's big. Look, I'm all with you, man. Look, this is why we have to put these type of things out about our people,
Absolutely.
Right? Good images of our people, good images of the media, and like that was the whole purpose of me and my partner starting the media company, because we want to put great images of our people out. You don't want to always put like this distorted image out of what people think black people are, or that narrative of what black people can't articulate themselves properly, speak well, dress well, you know, those type of things. So we have to put the image out there of ourselves. Stop letting everybody else put the image out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For us. So
I think that's important. That is also the responsibility that I feel compelled to do when it comes to our marketing, our commercials. Like, we want to empower. You're absolutely right. We have complete control of our images outside of, you know, rap culture now, which I feel is hijacked, or the images that they pitch back to us.
Right. So those images that reflect Black America, they're really not correct images. They're not accurate depictions of who we are as people. You see what I'm saying? That picture of laziness, that picture of...
Here's the funny thing though. Because it's such a powerful image, what they do is... So think about it like this. You have a group of people who have no identity, no knowledge of self, no, you know, their history that's given to them stops at the boat, you know, that brings them in. So like what happens is, where's my foundation? I work not only in this mall, but I work in environments where there's all kinds of ethnic groups, all kinds of races. They all speak their native language. We don't.
And look, I'm glad you said that, because I have to talk with a lot of people about identity crisis in Black America.
Sure.
Right. We're talking about a people that were stripped of everything, their religion, they were stripped of who they were. They don't have any documentation of where they come from or who we are. The books that we read, all the things that we knew we ate, the things that we tasted, the things that we saw, the things that we did, all of that was stripped from us, right? And we was forced to carry on European names, European culture. We was forced, like that's what we was told. You're gonna talk and speak like us. You're gonna talk, think, speak like us. And that's one of those things where I think that our community is still struggling with identity. Absolutely. So when people say Black people, this, I said, no, it's not really that. This stems from slavery and all those things, and that was psychological, and that was embedded in our blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the identity crisis that we're having. We don't know who we are. We got to figure out who we are as a people. We have to do that ourselves, right? And that means looking out for one another, right? That means taking care of each other. It's like you said, what Alpha is like. It's about legacy, right? What do you want people to remember you by? You know what I'm saying? So look, with that being said, after all said and done, everything's gone, everything up in smoke. How do you want people to remember J-Lock and Alpha Men's Care?
I want Alpha and myself to be. I don't think I think great men definitely are at some point concerned with how they're viewed as far as their legacy. Right. But I think in the thick of it, you don't think about that. Right. I think I'm all about the work at the end of the day. Right. How they view me is how they view me. But I'm going to put an amazing body of work out there. Musically, I'm going to give a certain quality that, like my people, you know, that literally they trust me because everything that I say my product is going to do, it's going to do. Right. And when we evolve to the store, which we're about to get the store, and we're going to have more stuff like the fedoras and the coats and the hoodies and the scarves and all of that. Like everything, I'm all about quality.
Yeah, so that's good, having a great reputation in business. You always want to maintain a great reputation, right? You want repeat customers, you want new customers, you want those repeat customers that come to J-Lock. Because that's what I did. Look, I think I met you a year and a half ago, maybe sometime. I got the Men's Care from you, bought it. It was great. I worked to work in the office, they smelling me like, hey, this brother smell good. I mean, you know, so and I love it. So I got more, I'm on the way out. So man, look, Alpha Men's Care, man. J-Lock, man. Y'all gotta try it, man. Over here, man, Triangle Center Square, man. So, look, with that being said, man, with this promotional video, man, is it anything like that you're doing now that you want to give a little bit about the people before we do the actual interview and do the real interview?
New music on the way. I'm working on a new album. Okay. About to drop a new single. New business ventures. I leave something with your followers that I've learned. Probably one of the most valuable things that I've learned this year. I plan on my bloodline being wealthy. Not rich, not just successful, but wealthy. Right. I understand in order to be wealthy, you have to bring people along with you. Right. And I understand that either to be wealthy, you're either gonna have to bring people along with you, or you're gonna have to roll over people to achieve it. Right.
And you don't want to step on people to achieve that.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, there's a certain some people do. Right. And can sleep at night because it's all about them. But because Africa or Kibilan is still in our blood. Right. We are not a people of war. We're a people of love.
Love and peace. Love and peace. And that's what and that's all I'm saying. We have to display, especially, man, look, that's why I say we're here. I'm honored to be part of what you have going on. I'm honored to see you. I'm happy to see black men stepping up, handling business. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You have to create your own lane. You have to create your space. You have to leave a legacy and leave wealth for your children for years to come. You know what I mean? You're putting in the hard work right now, you know what I mean? And at least your children do understand that you're putting in the hard work, sacrificing, which means you have to sacrifice time or games or things that the kids have going on because, look, dad have to get out there and hit for some stone. You have to lay the groundwork and do the hard work. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, I remember having a conversation with my son. I said, okay, I'm gonna get us to the millions, your job is to get us to the billions. Right. And he said, he looked at me and he said, okay.
Right.
Just that seed planted
Right.
in him is there.
Right.
So we're gonna get to the millions.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the billions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta have somebody to carry on the legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then this week I just put it on my baby girl, my daughter. And I told her the same thing. And she said, okay. So now there's a mark that they have to reach. Hopefully, they won't have to make the same sacrifices that I made to achieve it.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Because that wasn't there for me when I came. But it has to, in order to break generational curses, you have to have a movement that's going to project you guys outside of your current situation.
Right, exactly. So that's why I say, look, and I like how you're doing it because you're doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's important. You have to do these things the right way.
Right.
No one can take it from you. No one can say, look, J-Lock did this. J-Lock did it the real way.
Right.
The Alpha way. He's talking legacy. And in order for that to happen, you have to do it the right way.
Gotta do it the right way.
Listen, and I think that, look, a lot of times people don't understand the process. Look, we want instantaneous stuff, right?
Sure.
We're microwave popcorn society, right? We want the riches right there. We want this, and we're seeing social media how advanced this is. So you know what I mean? And we want things now because we think that social media and things like that can get us there. So we don't understand the process. We're trying to skip the hard work and the steps.
Right.
So what has the process been like for you getting from the beginning to now with Alpha?
Beautiful. It's been beautiful. Because when you go through the process, right? All of the doubt, even the times you doubt yourself, all the times people doubt you,
right?
You never forget that when you get to a certain point. Mm-hmm. It just reminds you. It's almost like steps. Anytime you walk up a step, you can look back and you can still see the steps.
Right.
You don't have to know which step was weak or which step made noise.
Right.
You just keep walking.
Right.
So I can look back and I can see how success feels. I can look and see how who doubted. I have something to go off of.
Right.
At the same time, I can motivate myself those times when I'm like, doubting myself. Because like that, you always, I don't care who you are, there's always a certain level of insecurity.
But that's the enemy just trying to play a trick on your mind. He's trying to get you to stop because you're on the right road. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. The enemy's going to come in and try to intervene. He's going to try to plant that seed or that thought in your mind that, hey man, look, it's not working today. This is not good. Look, because I'm telling you, being a new business owner is not easy. I'm experiencing that, right?
And
I'm working.
Congratulations.
And I work in corporate America, so I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to really do what I'm doing. So, but I'm just saying, when I think about it, I say, look, I can work for other people and make them money and bring value to what they have. But what about myself? Like when it comes to my legacy, like what I want to leave for my children. What do I want to do? When it's all over and said, I like to say, hey, look, what about my life? What have I done to improve my life? What sacrifice? Did I make these sacrifices to make someone else rich or wealthy? Or did I do it to try and put my family in a position to create a systemic wealth or generational wealth? Those type of things like that. So.
And that's the thing. That's the whole point of the Legacy campaign. Is to inspire me to dig deeper.
That's what's up, man. That's well said.
Yeah, to dig deeper and to try to be mindful that this is not just about them. Because you've got guys that come out to the malls and spend their whole paycheck with no real game plan. And then we'll take that and leave their kids nothing. Like even life insurance. I'm looking at the life insurance thing. Like I'm looking at $1 million policy. Right. So that
something happens to you, your kids take care of, they can take care of you, handle their business, and they can continue moving forward with Alpha Man's care. What you're leaving them, because you want to put them in good standards when if something happened. You don't see, and that's how I said when I got married. I told my wife, look, I can't get married unless I know I can provide for you and the kids.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Because people are gonna look for me to provide for you, and if something happens, they're gonna point the finger at me. You know what I'm saying? So my job and my duty is to come and do it right.
Right.
Be correct with it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna step to the plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna step up. You know what I'm saying?
And that's scary to a lot of men because the road is not easy. It's a process. The path is for us under normal circumstances is designed to cause us to fail.
Right, because it's a lot of barriers for us.
Yeah.
No matter where we are, where we going, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
black men, the barriers are there.
Yeah.
It's evident, you know what I mean? These things are true, but we gotta find a way, like this way you're doing, how to dig and claw out of that. You know what I mean? How to remove that barrier, how to get around that barrier.
Yeah.
We have to be able to think strategically, like you say, have a plan.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I want to do. What is the best way to get there? What is the most cost-effective way to get there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or things like that. We have to start thinking like that, right?
Yeah.
We have to be able to improve our thinking, and that comes through reading. Right? So we have to make sure our kids are reading. You know, things like that, doing math. You know what I mean?
Understanding that, you know, I think the best thing that you can teach your child or yourself, because you have to teach yourself this first,
Right.
is to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
To believe in your God-given capabilities. Everybody comes here with a gift.
Right.
In your starter kit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
I like the way you put that. Everybody comes,
everybody comes with
you got a
gift.
gift in the starter kit.
Yeah. And your job is your parents' job. The parents' job, our job, is to prepare our kids
Right.
for their life.
Right.
However, if we do not do that, there has to be something within them to seek out what it is that they are here for, and to do that.
Right.
In that case, we have failed as parents, and we got to live with those headaches and consequences.
Right.
But our job is to put our kids in a better position. Everybody wants better for their kids.
You got to prepare them.
I get that. Everybody wants better for their kids, but what you have to understand, what's better for their kids is not giving them everything that they want.
Exactly, and see, that's what I teach. You can't be enablers as parents. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, hey, look, and I try to tell my kid all the time, look, whether I get you something or not, you're gonna do good in school.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I have to take everything from you and make you read, sit here and read on the weekends, you won't like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be stern in those ways. You know, it doesn't always have to be a physical thing. Or, with kids, you have to let them know that, look, I'm serious about this. You know what I'm saying? You won't get anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so that's how I do it.
And I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you twice.
Then you're gonna do good regardless. But all the other stuff that you do, you get extra for doing that. You do extra for making sure that I don't have to tell you to clean your room. Right? These are things that we've been talking to you about for years. These are things that we expect you to continue to know. That's why we drill them in your head.
Right.
And that's what we do as parents. We try to prepare you for life for yourself. You're gonna have to clean for yourself one day. You're gonna have to cook for yourself one day. You're gonna have to work for yourself one day. And as a parent, you have to teach your child to do that. It's not easy when you have to go to work and then you have to tend to them. They have to go to school. So it's a lot of, you know what I mean? It's a lot of work involved.
It's funny when you look at the philosophy of the Karate Kid, the first one, and Mr. Miyagi. Well, some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about right now because you're too young. Google it. When he was teaching him, how he taught him karate was through cleaning.
Right.
Remember? Wax on, wax off. That was all.
Right.
It was cleaning.
Right. He was teaching him. He was giving
how
him
to paint.
Right. But he was giving him basic knowledge about life that he needed to know. Right. So and he just used a different method, like you said, through cleaning to teach him basic things about life.
So these was essentially parables.
Right. They were parables. They were. Essentially, they were.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's dope, man, and I'm glad I'm here to highlight you because I was sitting here thinking and I was like, man, you know what? I got to do this interview and I got to make this thing like, boom, I got to go bring all my stuff and I got to have it sitting here and, you know, but just this conversation, just the realness, the authenticity that I get and the passion that I know that you have for like what you're doing, it motivates me to want to continue to be here. So I'm, like I said, I'm happy that I'm here, like being able to, you know, even share this experience with you, man, and share this moment with you.
I'm honored and I'm humbled, because you know, normally you just move, you just do it. I wake up every morning and I just go.
Right.
You know what I mean? But within that, just that alone encourages someone that just like you get up every morning, you go. The fact that you took the time to come and you was very adamant because, you know, You called me and you know,
I stayed in contact with you.
You did.
I stayed in contact, and look, I try to remain a person of my word. And look, I didn't get to you, or we didn't get to do this in a time like I wanted to do it, and when I want to do it. But that time will be here because we'll be working together now. So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
That time will come, and we'll be able to sit down, and I'll be able to have it, and we'll be able to present it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a bigger
I think that's
form.
going to be dope to do it in the new shop.
Yeah, it will be
I'm
dope.
excited about that.
So, like I said, but me experiencing new things with new cameras, I have all the software I need to do all the edits. I just don't know how to use it. I don't have the time to use it. I have school, after work. I have a kid. I got I got a lot of things going on, and so, but I have to keep pushing. I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? I can't get tired. You know what I'm saying?
When it's muscle memory at some point, right? The more you do it, the more you understand it.
Right.
And I taught myself how to do graphics, how to do marketing, how to do photography, all through YouTube.
Right.
So, and that was a process.
Right.
So, it really is about time, and I have to remind myself of that even when I deal with my kids because, or people. Because sometimes you get to a point where you forget your humble beginnings. Right. So I'm talking to my kids like, nah, you need to get this now.
Right.
Understanding that it takes time. It took me.
Right.
He reminds me, you didn't get it that quick. It took you. How many years did it take you?
Wow.
To learn,
right,
Jay, that you got to bring other people to be successful.
Right.
You just learned that this year.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, and that speaks volumes about who you are because you're able to sit here and say, look, I didn't have it right. Look, I'm sitting up here and I'm 42 years old and I can tell you I didn't get it right. So when I get ready to sit you down and tell you my story about my incarceration in the feds for 11 years. I've been home 3 years.
Oh man,
right? I'm in a corporate office, working in the corporate office as a supply chain coordinator. I'm ready to move up as a purchasing manager once I get my degree, and that's like $98,000 a year for my company. I just got my LLCs from a media group. I got married. I'm in school. I get my degree in about 6 months. I'll be done with my supply chain management degree. Logistics technology degree. Look, I'm interested in how, because I took that because I was interested in how the world connects.
Sure.
Right? I'm interested in how business operates, right? Because without supply chain management, J Lock doesn't have his items that he needs to sell. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if J Lock business has demand, right, for his products, but J Lock can't get his products to him. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem, right? Which is the issue what we're having now in America and across the globe, right? So look,
I know?
I'm talking to people every day around the globe. Well, Monday through Friday. I don't want to talk on the weekends. I mean, but Monday through Fridays, I talk to people around the globe about how to better strategically get. I had ships rerouted this week. From Malaysia to Virginia, because coming from the Port of California, all the containers out there on the water, they're just sitting there, and you know.
Man, I'm gonna send you my ships and see if you can route them right here.
Hey, listen, look, I tell you what,
to New Bern or somewhere.
What I'm doing is, I had a vendor call my manager and tell him, say, hey, look, this guy's this new guy you have in your office named Eric, whoever he is, he's persistent. So the manager proceeded to ask him, hey, did he offend you or whatever he did? He said, no, he didn't offend me or anything. I'm just letting you know this guy's very persistent. You know, so and it made me feel good in the meeting because I'm in 3-4 meetings a day sometimes. I'm in meetings like 4 hours. Some days I'm in there like, please. I mean, come on, man. This has
obviously they didn't just let you run it.
But they want me there because they're giving me the room and the space to actually learn the business side of the company. You know what I'm saying? So, which is a great thing for me.
I think that's amazing.
Opportunity. I take opportunity serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
we got to.
It's one of those things.
Because opportunities to us, see, that's the difference between how we see things and other people.
Right.
Other people feel like this is obligation.
Right.
You know, when others get upset, they demand to speak to someone.
Right.
Yeah. But when we get in that situation, we looked at like we just, you know, troublemakers. Because, you know, our aggression is perceived to be.
Listen, I seen it, man, and it always feel like that. And it's like one of those things. Okay, let me give you just a scenario. Most black people in our communities given the opportunity to go into an office working corporate America, they be like, nah, I don't want to be in an office around that many white people. You know what I'm saying? It just makes me uncomfortable. I haven't been around, the only time I've been around that many white people was either in jail or in school. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. We're not exposed to a lot of things as black people. We need to get better. We need more exposure. We need to be in school. We need to be learning about these computers and these logistic systems, Excel, Word. I'm telling you, these things will help you in life. You know what I'm saying? Those skills.
Absolutely.
So I see these young black men. They won't go into a corporate office because of this mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to sit down with you, because when I seen the commercial was you was talking about legacy and all those things, I was like, damn, this is right up my alley.
Yeah.
This is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about legacy. I want to break that chain. I want to break that mentality that I had growing up. Because I grew up as I'm from Kent State.
I am from Greenville.
You're from Greenville. So it's pretty about the same thing.
Yeah.
And I know where I grew up was really rough. I've experienced so many things in life. So, but look, I'm going to wrap this up, man. I know it's getting late.
Oh, you good.
And so right now, before we end the show, man, the people out there, the viewers out there, they listening, man. They want to holler at J-Lock. They want to purchase J-Lock products. They want to do business with J-Lock. They want to come to the store. They want whatever J-Lock has going on. How can they get in touch with you?
You can go to alphabyjlock.com for product. You can go to JLock SMG for the music. We also on iTunes, Spotify.
Okay.
Facebook is JLock SMG. On TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Y'all heard it right here, man, on Facts, man. It's your boy E. Dale, man, a.k.a. Mr. Facts, man, back, man. We're going to do this. We're going to do a part 2, which is going to be greater with my man J-Lock, Alpha Men's Care. If you don't have any, man, you better get yourself some. So follow, like, subscribe today, man. It's your boy, man, and we out.